Hi guys, happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. Woo woo. What's everybody up to today? I'm sitting here. We had a very busy day, but it's towards the end, my favorite time of the night. I'm an early bird, so I'm gonna get ready for bed soon. But who is there? Who is out there today? I'm just having my little nightcap, reading some great materials and articles. Hi, Beth. How are you? How's everything going in the desert? I was out there for the holidays, and it was such a beautiful. God, it's so beautiful this time of year. Hi, Karen. What's up, Rolando, my friend? Long time no talk, brother. I thought you were supposed to come out and visit, but I know it goes both ways. I haven't. I've been out to the desert. I'm going to be coming out soon, so I'll let you know. Maybe you can meet up for a little bite to eat. But how's everybody doing? Happy 2019. So as you have seen, I'm in this marketing challenge, and so I've been doing a lot of reading and trying to figure out some interesting and fun things to share with you guys. Hi, Sally. Happy Thursday. And so, I came across this article about money and relationships, and I like to bring up stuff that people don't usually like to talk about. That's just me. Hi, Robin. So I thought this will be a fun topic, and so this article is really, really interesting. It was the seven biggest mistakes that couples make when it comes to money. And it was it's an article by Dave Ramsey, so very credible, when speaking about money. Hi, Nicolette. Happy Thursday. So we're just here talking about relationships and money and the top 7 things. And I'm going to share the top 3 with you tonight. I don't know if I'm the only person who has a different thought process on how money or where money should be spent or how money should be spent in their relationship. But if anybody out there struggles with that from time to time, raise your hand. Well, you don't have to raise your hand, but just, give me some hearts or something. Make me feel comfortable. Because, I don't know if it's just me and Pete, but we don't always agree on money. So anyway, the first mistake. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thanks for the love. I don't feel alone anymore. The first mistake that couples make when dealing with money is avoidance. So they decide, let's just keep separate bank accounts. That way you do what you want with your money. I do what I want with my money. And we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to get into the arguments. We don't have to get into the discussion. It's just kind of kept, to themselves, secret almost, right? Hi, Kimberly. And, what Dave said was that, that's like a really, really big mistake, because it's really going to set yourself up for a big blow up at some point in your relationship. And so, thank you, Robin. I'm not alone. Thank you. So anyway, the number one is, they avoid the conversation. They keep their bank accounts separate and all that jazz. And quite honestly, that's not always the best route, because eventually, when you get married or you have a longtime partner, you become one. You do. And if you're not on the same page with money, it's going to eventually come up. It's definitely going to eventually come up. So maybe you're buying some time, in the beginning, or maybe it's gone for a while, but for the most part, it's going to come up. So that's the first big mistake that couples make, according to Dave Ramsey. And, you know, the way he says that, you know, you can work on it is, you know, is, what does he say? Basically keep it all together and just start having the conversations. It's just the healthiest way. He said that couples in a healthy marriage talk about money more. Talk daily or weekly with your spouse about money is about 54% versus 29% of people who are, you know, okay or in crisis. Watch out, honey. You need to move out of my way. Yeah, I know. So anyway, he says that not a good idea. Not a good idea to keep things separate and to avoid the conversation. So that's number one. Number two, the second mistake that couples make when dealing with money is they disagree about their lifestyle. So, you know, typically maybe one partner has a high taste in, his example is like, you know, designer clothes or those types of things, and you know, wants to spend that kind of money on name brands and such, but their bank account may not necessarily reflect that type of spending for that luxury type of, you know, brand name stuff. You know, the compromise there, he says, would be to, you know, compromise and try to do outlet shopping so that you still get the name brands, but yet, you know, but it's not affecting, you know, you're not going into debt or, you know, spending unnecessary money or money you don't have to impress people you don't even care about, quite honestly, right? So that's the second. And then the third is, hi, Jennifer. Hi, Nicolette. The third, sorry, I was getting a phone call. So the third mistake that he says that couples make when dealing with money is they let their personality differences come between them. And I can speak on this. He's calling again. It's Dad. Can you, oh, you can't call him, but we'll call him in a minute. Don't worry. We're live right now. You know, he could wait. But anyway, letting their personality differences come between them. And, you know, this is, okay, our famous pastor, Rick Warren, I love when he says this. He says it in a lot of his sermons, but, you know, he says that, you know, opposites attract and then they attack. And so a lot of times we're attracted to somebody totally different than us, right? And then at some point in our marriage or togetherness, you know, that starts getting on our nerves, which is just crazy because that's, you know, we picked that person for a reason, right? And so we have to be very cognizant of that, that we don't let that. Can you turn that down, sweetheart? Thank you. Or can you go over there so I can finish my live? Share the love, dude. Share the love. Okay, so anyway, let's see, what were we talking about? So yeah, everyone's personalities are different, and typically, for the most part, I think people out there are not married to the exact same person, right? You're not like, you don't find a clone of yourself and marry them, right? There's always some kind of differences. I mean, there's some that are more alike than others, but for the most part, you're always going to find some kind of difference, and that's with money, with, you know, the way you raise your kids. I mean, there's just so many different things that you can disagree on. You know, where you want to eat. I don't know, that one is just beyond me because I just feel like that's just, I don't know. That's just a hard one. It's like, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. I want to go here. No, I don't want to go there. Okay, well, you said you didn't care. So anyway, that's a fun conversation, but back to money. Okay, so let's see. So the funny thing is, what he talks about is that usually there's somebody in the relationship who's kind of the nerd and loves to crunch the numbers and kind of be in charge of the bills, and you know, handles the money for the most part, the majority of the money. And then there's the free spirit who just likes, you know, great, you're doing a great job, honey, you know. And let's just have a little fun. People who know me and Pete, which one? Am I the nerd or am I the free spirit? Is Pete the nerd or is he the free spirit? Let's see what you guys have to say for those who know us. But anyway, so there's typically those two types of people in a relationship, and you just have to be very careful that you don't let that come in between your relationship, right, in a negative way. So, you know, and then there's always the saver, the person who wants to save, and the person who wants to spend. You know, the real source of the problem, it says, is whenever you know, you're neglecting to hear the other person's input. You're just immediately wanting to do it your way and wanting to, whether it's saving or spending, it's your way. And you're not really listening to the other person. So that's very damaging to the relationship. Let's see, what else does he say? So anyway, what he says to work on that particular thing is to listen to each other. And, you know, for the person who is doing the finances, or I'm sorry, for the person who's the free spirit who just, oh, you're doing a great job, honey, for them to give more input, you know, and to be more involved, because it is quite honestly, you know, a group effort. You do become, when you put your finances together, you become one. And so it's kind of unfair if one person is controlling, you know, the way the money is being, oh gosh, I keep getting a phone call. I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you, Robin. So anyway, I just found this information to be really, helpful, and just, it helped me realize that I'm not alone out there, that a lot of people struggle with these types of things. And, you know, the bottom line is that, you know, no marriage wants to suffer or wants to fight all the time. And if you can clear these issues up and just have things more, you know, out in the open, and just be able to discuss these things a little bit more openly, then I think you can avoid, and we can avoid, right? All of us can avoid, you know, unnecessary arguments, disagreements, just hurt feelings, or whatever the case may be. I think we can do a better job with that. So there's 4 more in this article, 4 more mistakes. And you know, I don't know if you're interested in hearing the last 4, but a couple of them are really, really, really good. And so if you're interested, I would love to send you, I'd love to send you the article that I read, so that you can look into it a little bit further, and enjoy, you know, your weekend together. Maybe go on a date night with your significant other, and just have a new kind of refreshed spirit about your relationship and money, and you know, not feel that tension. So message me, and I'd love to share. Thank you guys for hopping on, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. Bye.